Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another week of CME Pulse. Now, at the end of last week's show, Joel furthered his descent off the deep end by attacking the #1 contender for the CME World Championship, Jackson Montgomery. Jackson has his rematch from losing the title to Ivan at Autumn Blaze. So Jackson will get that rematch, and Joel, let's just say, is not too happy about it. He's not getting his title shot, but he will get Jackson in a match next week here on Pulse. You know what? I actually wanted to make that match for this week, but strangely enough, Joel is nowhere to be found to accept that. So I finally got in touch with him earlier today. He is not here tonight at the building. As far as I know, the whole LBA is not here tonight, which is good for me because we got a great show, and I'd be damned if I let anything else ruin another episode of CME Pulse. But Jackson is very excited. So Joel, if you're watching, just know that you're going to have a lot coming for you next week as Jackson Montgomery takes on Joel in our main event of Pulse. That's next week, but tonight we got just as big of a main event because the CME Women's Championship is on the line. Now, if you remember, Aiko Katsuko lost the championship, and she was supposed to get her rematch here tonight, but Aiko took on Miss Molly last week, and she has a mild concussion. It's not serious. She's going to be out for precautionary measures for the next couple of weeks, just to make sure nothing gets re-aggravated and no serious injury happens. But I already promised a women's championship match tonight, and Miss Molly did defeat Aiko last week. So in tonight's main event, Molly is going to be the one to take on Sirena for the women's championship. It's going to be the biggest match of her career, that's for sure. But right now, we got some more championship implications here as Pierce is going to take on Avery in the opening contest. These two measuring each other out. Avery trying to intimidate Pierce, but they lock up. Collar and elbow tie up. Pierce backs the big man against the ropes, which is not something I thought I'd see. Oh, and takes a nice left hand to the face, too. Avery does not like that, but Pierce keeping the pressure up. Irish whip. He's got Avery on the apron. Going for a suplex inside, but nope. Avery counters with his weight and drops him face first in the ring. Avery looking pretty impressive, but last week we saw Masahiro defend the television championship against Wilson Montero. I think the winner of this match is going to be the new #1 contender for the TV title. They've both been very impressive so far. Pierce had an absolute war against Aiden O'Brien that he came out the victor. Avery's been looking great since he split up from Tex. So I think the winner of this match locks themselves in for a television title match. Pierce with a big springboard moonsault hurt himself on that one, but more importantly, it looks like he hurt Avery just that much more. Pierce got him up in the middle of the ring, just slugging away at him, which is not something I would recommend against Avery, but it's been working for Pierce so far. Although Avery now trying to turn the tables again. Scoop up, slams him into the ropes, not the landing Pierce was looking for at all. We got a hook to the leg. Pierce has the ropes, but kicks down anyway, just in case the referee didn't break it in time, which we have seen before. And referees are human, just like everybody else. Avery getting Pierce up in a camel clutch position. He's got that locked in. Look at the way the hands are wrapped around the face, but Pierce was close enough to the rope to warrant a break. His foot might have gotten underneath or something. I did not check. Look at these open slaps from Avery. There goes Pierce, clothesline right to the outside of the ring. Avery is fired up now. Avery going to follow him outside. He's not giving him any rest. Oh, Pierce. Nice arm drag counter. Pierce has got Avery on his shoulders. But Avery fights out of it as if Pierce needed enough strength just to pick him up. But to keep him up there through those elbows, that ain't happening. Avery again basking in the glory of this crowd. I'm not sure who the crowd is behind necessarily. I think they like both these guys. Avery up on the top rope, not something we normally see from him, and that is exactly why. Oh my God. A springboard enziguri to Avery sitting on the top rope sends the big man flying to the outside in a hellacious landing. Give him credit. Avery's up to his feet. He's up to the apron, but Pierce off the top rope clotheslines him right off the apron again. I don't know how Avery got up that quickly. And Pierce with a corkscrew plancha to the outside. He is on fire right now. Avery is a big man, almost 300 pounds. And he fell very hard to the outside of the ring. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more that he's suffering through that we're not seeing. Pierce Hangs him up, rib first on the barricade. Pierce is looking like a man with a purpose here tonight. Pierce gets him back in the ring, springboards, goes for a drop kick. Avery sidesteps out of the way. He had the wherewithal to get out of there. See if Avery can fight back. He's got him in a gut wrench and just powers him over for the suplex. Avery's got to rely on his power now. It's a pure power game at this point. Pierce is out-quicking him. He's outwitting him right now. Avery's got to get some brute force in here. And he's doing the exact thing right now with that neck wrench. Hooks the leg after it. Is this going to be enough to keep Pierce down? We got a 2 count. We don't have a 3 count. Pierce gets his shoulder up. Avery's feeling a little bit desperate now, just pleading with the referee, which is not something we normally see from Avery, desperation. Irish whip now, Pierce into the corner. What has Avery got in mind here? Oh, big snake eyes, dropping Pierce face first on the turnbuckle and then drops his back first across the knee. Huge backbreaker. Is that enough to get Avery a shot at the television title? It's not. Pierce gets the shoulder up, and Avery, he's got to be thinking what more he has to do to put Pierce down for good. Going for an Irish whip, Pierce reverses it. Pierce now, he's got to be feeling some effects after that backbreaker, and after that move, he's got Avery dazed and confused, and then runs out of the corner with a big exploding drop kick. 1, 2, not enough. Avery gets the shoulder up. These two guys are going to war already. Uh-oh, Pierce is calling for something. He's measuring Avery. Avery better watch out. Oh, whatever he was going for did not happen because a fireman's carry takedown from Avery puts him down, and then Avery with another backbreaker. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, Avery coming at him with a right hand, but Pierce has enough in him to fight out of it. Blocks the punch, gets him down in the corner, stomps away, and now he's picking him back up. Kick to the gut sends Avery right down to one knee. Pierce off the rope with a big scissors kick. But look at his lack of energy. He can't even capitalize. He just falls on top of Avery. Now hooks the leg. 2. Just kicks out. Pierce now pleading his case to the referee. These two both giving the referee more than an earful. They just got to get one more move. One more big move I think both men can pull out. Will get him the win. Going for a pile driver, powerbomb, whatever it was reversed by Avery with a big back body drop. Avery got Pierce pulling him towards the middle of the ring. Military press. No, into a gut buster instead. And Avery, big splash in the middle of the ring. He flattens him. 1, 2. Pierce still kicked out. Oh, big elbow drop to the chest. The referee tells Avery to knock it off a little bit. He's going to make sure that Pierce can still go in this matchup. Pierce has not moved, ladies and gentlemen. He kicked out, but that's the last thing he ever did. He's not looking too good. This is bad. Avery trying to mix his desire to win with a little compassion, but he wants to win this match, and he gets him back up and knees him right in the head. Pierce wasn't out before. He might be knocked out right now. Avery shoots the half. He's going to try and mercifully end this one. 1, 2. Oh, God, no. Pierce is still fighting. He's still fighting in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. You got to give him credit for that, if nothing else. Oh, whatever Avery had in mind. Counter. Big arm drag from Pierce. Can Pierce fight back in this one? Oh, no. Another back body drop counter. He just doesn't have it in him right now to get back at Avery. But Pierce springs up to his feet. Avery had no idea it was coming. Pierce with forearm takedowns. Oh, misses a clothesline. Ducked under from Avery. And he's going to take advantage again. Going for a fall-away slam here. Pierce counters the fall-away slam. Lands on his feet. Sends him across the ropes, goes for a drop kick, but he's a little slow on the uptake and misses his target. Avery ran right past him. Pierce has got him up. He's got him down with a brain buster. Pierce hits a brain buster. I don't know if he got all of the brain buster, but he certainly got enough of it. He's going to hook the leg. Is this it? 2. Oh, my God. You'd think these two men hated each other and they were fighting for years, but these guys are going through war right now just for the opportunity at having a television championship match. Pierce, another backbreaker he suffers at the hands of Avery. How many more can this man take? Oh no, Avery, he's gonna go for the long arm of the law. He hits it. I'm sorry, Pierce, but your time might be done. Look at this. Just spikes him right on his head. 1, 2, and a 3. A hell of a way to kick off Pulse, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you that right now. But Avery manages to survive and picks up a big, big win. It's going to be Avery against Masahiro for that television championship very soon. You know what? Next week, television championship's going to be on the line. Next week's shaping up to be a hell of a show, no doubt about it. But what an effort from Pierce. Don't sleep on this guy anymore, because after that match he had with Aiden O'Brien a couple weeks ago, and this match right here where he survived an onslaught, I think we have yet to see the best from Pierce. He's been television champion before, and he's had some great matches before, but I think the best is yet to come from this man. Let's keep an eye on him. But Avery against Masahiro. It's been a long time coming for Avery since he split up with Tex in the TTPD. He's been his own man, and he has been on a tear through CME. So Masahiro, he's had his fair share of challengers before who have looked poised to take the crown. He's got another one coming next week in Avery. Masahiro's going to have to do his homework, but to his credit, he has done his homework and then some. So next week's going to be very, very interesting. But up next, CME World Champion is going to be in action. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Ivan Yakov, your CME World Champion, is going to be in action for the first time since winning that title. It's going to be real fun to see Ivan come out here with that belt on. It's been a long time coming. He earned it. He's going to have to go through Aiden O'Brien right now. He's hit a bit of a rough patch lately, to be honest with you. Came up just short, like I said, against Pierce in that unbelievable matchup a few weeks ago. But he's been coming up short a lot lately, and I know it's got to be eating away at him. Despite our history, despite him trying to put me out of business and everything like that, you know, water under the bridge, I want him to succeed because I think he's a great wrestler. And he's no threat to me now, so. But he's got to channel it. I'm not sure what it was that sent him down this slippery slope, but he's good enough to find his way out of it. I trust that he'll find his way out of it. Tonight, though, against Ivan, I'm not sure if tonight's the night, but very soon. That's not taken away from Aiden's ability at all. He's a hell of a wrestler, probably one of the best submission ground-based wrestlers in the company now. But Ivan's the world champion, so this is going to be a hell of a test for Aiden. Hell, if Aiden wins, he can knock off Ivan, immediately puts himself in title contention, erases every loss that he suffered recently, puts himself right there. But that's a tall task, and I'm not just saying that because Ivan's almost 7 feet tall. It's just going to be hard. Here he comes, the CME World Champion, to his adoring public. These fans have been waiting to see this for a long, long time, and they're seeing it right here tonight. Ivan, even though he is the champion, not giving himself any opportunity to smile. He looks laser focused going into this one against Aiden. You can hear that ovation going absolutely nuts. If anybody deserves it, it's him. He's worked so hard for this. He's fought through so much adversity. I mean, this man, even when he was with Corporal Punishment and they had their little rocky patch earlier this year, he was still a beloved figure. You just can't hate the guy. Let's see, it goes here. Bell rings. Aiden comes running right at him, trying to start this match up quickly, but he hit a wall, and his name was Ivan Yakov. Big spine buster right out of the gates. Aiden tries to fight back out of it, but Ivan just takes him down with a shoulder tackle. This is not starting off the way O'Brien wanted to. And a running hammer. Ivan gonna try and end this one early. Hooks the leg. We got a 1. Just a 1 count. Aiden still early. Fights out of it. Tries to power himself up, but immediately gets put right back down with a European uppercut. We got another cover 1. And another kick out. Ivan learning what it's like for everybody else who tries to pin him early on. Ivan comes right at him. Nice fireman's carry takedown from Aiden O'Brien, who comes at him with a big clothesline. Looks like he didn't get all of it, but he did get a punch to the face, so hey, it works. Aiden's got him locked up now. Big surfboard stretch, and then stomps his face into the mat. Instead of going for the submission, I think Ivan maybe was too big to put that surfboard submission on, so instead just grinds his face down. Whatever works, works. Ivan fighting back. Oh, he's got Aiden up on his shoulders, going for maybe a rolling senton. No, countered by Aiden O'Brien, reverse DDT. Aiden's going to allow himself some time to celebrate. Can't allow himself too much time because the big man's up already, but it's a punch in the face. Big Russian leg sweep to the Russian. Go for a cover. Nope, 0. I almost forget who's in the ring at the time. I should expect that. Holy hell, what a clothesline by Aiden. Oh my God, he might have decapitated the champion. And still, it's not enough to get a 1 count. Oh my God. Yeah, Aiden, I feel you, buddy. That's exactly my reaction. Aiden just dragging the big man to the middle of the ring, whatever he's got in mind. Let's see. Kicks him right in the spine. Thought he might have gone for a submission hold or something, but no, just kicks him in the back. Irish whip now, Ivan into the corner. And Ivan turns the tables and hits him with a big running clothesline into the corner. Ivan getting him up. And he might be putting him down with the White Russian. And he's calling for it. He's going to try and put his man away quickly and sufficiently. Is he going to do it? He hits it with a pendulum swing. Aiden goes crashing down to the mat face first. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Well, Ivan Yakov is the champion for a reason, ladies and gentlemen, making very, very efficient and quick work of Aiden O'Brien. Aiden, I'm sorry, buddy. It was against the world champion. Next time, you might have a better shot at doing it, but Ivan's just on a whole other level at this point in his career now, especially that he won the world title. He knows he's got to face Jackson again in a rematch at Bleeding Edge. I mean, those two went at it tooth and nail at Autumn Blaze. I can't wait to see them go at it again. Ivan, the referee's checking on Aiden just to make sure he's conscious. He is. He's getting the hell out of Dodge. And Ivan's celebrating as he should because he's the world champion. We got still more to come for you, though, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, tag team action. This is a bit of an interesting matchup coming here, ladies and gentlemen, because the Hollywood Elite, they, once again, if you haven't been watching, went through their thing where they break up, they go in singles action, don't work out, come back together, try their hand at tag team action again. It's a vicious cycle that doesn't seem to be ending. Until I heard this week, before the show, I heard from Nick Farrell, actually, that both of them have agreed this is going to be their last shot. They're going to go at it tooth and nail as a tag team and try to get those tag team championships. If it doesn't work out, they said, if they lose again, they will break up for good and go their separate ways, which there's a lot of potential in these guys as a tag team and as singles competitors, no doubt about it, but it'd be a shame if they broke up like that without achieving anything. I want to see these guys achieve something, despite they're pretty asshole-ish, no doubt about it. I mean, come on, let's face it. But they have the ability there. And we need number 1 contenders for the tag team championships now that the Natural Perfection have lost their shot. So I can't think of a better team to rise to the occasion than the Hollywood Elite. The Spectrum would be good too. So this match has a lot of implications for the tag team division. The Spectrum have had a hell of a 2017, at least in the first half of 2017. They really reinvented themselves. They cemented their legacy as a great tag team. They won the tag team championships, had some classic matches earlier in the year. Fell in a bit of hard times so far, as of late, I should say. So they're looking to get themselves reestablished, get themselves back into tag team title contention, and end 2017 just like they began 2017. It's going to be an interesting matchup to say the least. If they win the Hollywood Elite, I'm sorry, this is going to be the last time you see them. So they know the pressure. The Spectrum certainly know the pressure the Hollywood Elite have imposed on themselves. This is going to be a real fun one. And the Hollywood Elite are not going to let this one start normally. Oh my God, Nick Farrell took a hell of a shot. I think he was coming at Steven, who got him up for a tilt-a-whirl. Brad saved his partner, but he don't look like he got saved. He's getting crushed now from Adam. My God, sits on his spine. This is chaotic. Referee, you got to get in there and get this thing organized here. Brad gets himself out of the ring. Nick, jawbreaker onto Adam, but Steven's right there to take advantage. I guess Steven and Nick are the legal men here, and he's got him in a crossface right in the middle of the ring. This could be it for the Hollywood Elite already. Nick Farrell has absolutely nowhere to go. Can he hang on? It's still early in the match, so to his credit, he can hang on a little bit longer than normal, but he rolls through. Fantastic roll-through counter from Nick Farrell, who runs at him, gets sent up. Big tilt-a-whirl DDT. Hell of a move from Nick Farrell. He tells Adam exactly what he thinks of him. I don't know what he's saying to him, but Adam certainly ain't a fan of it. Oh, did he just knock Adam's hat off? What? That's disrespectful. Come on, man. Big arm breaker from Steven, who was going to tag Adam in and let Adam get some revenge on this pretty boy, Nick Farrell. At least he fancies himself in. Nick elbows Adam in the face, and he gets right back into his corner. Makes a tag to Brad Smith. Nick does not feel safe in the ring with Adam, although I don't think Brad feels much safer, to be honest with you. They locked up in the middle of the ring. Adam breaks the lock and hits him with a big running clothesline. When a man like Adam hits you with a simple clothesline, he could literally rip your head off. I know I use it as a metaphor a lot, but Brad might be hanging by a thread here. Adam walks over Brad, which cannot be any good for your insides, and he could have a win here. Nope, Brad just survives and kicks out. Brad fights his way up. Adam goes for a right hand, gets countered. Big knife edge chop. Brad's got him against the ropes. Brad Smith clotheslines Adam over the ropes. My God, hell of a tumble for right. Then he takes Steven down for good measure. Oh, Brad being restrained by the referee. I'm not sure if Brad was going to go for any kind of high-risk maneuver. Adam runs right at him, flattens Brad, and flattens the referee. Big STO takedown, but the referee cannot count the pin in time. He gets up to his credit. One. Oh, no, he gets barely a one count. My God, if that was any other referee in professional wrestling, they'd be clearly dead. Adam Irish whip to Brad into his own corner, and now Brad gets Irish whipped after the tag to Steven. He gets sent up in the air. Beautiful knee to the face. Flapjack knee strike combo. Goes for a pin, but it wasn't enough because Nick Farrell came in to break it up. Adam's a little bit distracted here with his target in the ring. He forgot to defend from the breakup. Adam needs to be careful before he gets his team disqualified. Referee tells him to get out of the ring, and Brad makes sure he leaves the ringside area. Stephen Parker now is a little bit alone. He does not want to be in this corner of the ring. Tag into Nick. Brad's got him up. Oh, he's elevating him up into a back suplex position. Nick off the top rope with a leg drop. What a combination double team maneuver. Takes Adam off the apron. Is that enough to put Steven away? I wouldn't be surprised. 1, 2. Oh, Steve just hangs on. Give him credit. He's ever resilient. But that was a hell of a move that could really take a lot of the wind out of your sails. Irish whip now. Steve into the corner again. Tag to Brad. They got Steve down in the ring. Oh, double slingshot sends Steve right into the turnbuckle face first. Brad now is going for a big suplex. No, he throws him in the air and hits him with a backbreaker. My God. Steve thrown like a feather into the wind, and he came down as hard as an anvil. Irish whip into the corner. Brad and Nick have been taking Steven apart with these tag team moves. Nice uppercut knocks him down. Steven has been suffering an onslaught in the past couple of minutes. They're going for the Tinseltown Tower, and they hit it. Elbow to the heart off of the shoulders of Brad Smith. And Nick Farrell takes Adam down again, who can't even get on the apron for more than 3 seconds. Hooks the leg. 2. And that's it. The Hollywood Elite win again. These guys, hey, 2-match win streak. It's something, right? And they continue to make a push towards the tag team champions. They beat the team of Martin and Tiburon last week, who, as far as I understand, are not a team anymore. And they just beat the Spectrum here today. That's the referee getting taken out, but the Hollywood Elite looking mighty fine, and I don't know. You know what I do know? Next week, Hollywood Elite in action again. If they really want to prove themselves to me as legitimate contenders, they're going to have to beat the Natural Perfection next week on Pulse. And if they can do that, I'm willing to call them #1 contenders. But up next, ladies and gentlemen, main event time, women's title on the line. So last week, we got Miss Molly versus Aiko in the main event. Hell of a match until Aiko, I believe it was on the power bomb where she suffered her concussion. I'm not quite sure exactly, but that's what it looked like to me even when I was calling the match. And then backstage, we found out the result of what happened, and you can kind of put 2 and 2 together. But before that, it was a hell of a competitive match, no doubt about it, with Molly and Aiko trading opportunities to win left and right. So Miss Molly has earned a shot here tonight, despite the injury. I mean, it happens in the ring. It happens. If you go in there as a wrestler and you know the risks that you're taking into your own hands. Aiko got a bad break. This does not mean that Aiko doesn't get a title shot. She will get her title shot. Honestly, it'll probably come at bleeding edge. It's a few weeks away. She should be cleared by then. We'll see what happens. But right now, the women's title is on the line tonight. Miss Molly beat Aiko last week. No matter her injury, she still won the match, and Aiko was unable to compete. So, Molly gets the #1 contendership tonight, and she's going to have to run with this ball that she's been given, because this is an opportunity of a lifetime that has fell right into her lap. I know she's been waiting for a women's title opportunity since losing to Penny May a few months ago. She almost survived that match against Penny, came up just short. Sirena wins the championship at Autumn Plays, and you know that she is not going to want to lose the title so soon after winning it. Excuse me. So I have a feeling, ladies and gentlemen, with all these combustible elements in play here, and the motivations of both women going into it, a challenger who never thought she was going to get this opportunity tonight, getting this opportunity, and a champion who just won the belt and doesn't want to give it up so soon after winning it for the first time. We may have a classic on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to overhype or whatever, but it's my job. So I'm trying to overhype. But I don't think I'm going to be disappointed with the results here tonight. Sirena, the women's champion, coming out, normally comes out in total darkness. So this is a bit of a surprise. The only thing I can maybe imagine is she wants to show off the women's title. I wouldn't blame her for how hard she worked for that thing. I'd want to show it off to as many people as possible too, but this is going to be a fun one, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up. I mean, both of these women have very similar styles, to be honest with you. I'd say Sirena maybe a little bit more on the high flyer bar, but Molly ain't no stranger to flying through the air as well. This is going to be balls to the wall. This crowd is absolutely ready. They're sitting down now, but I have a feeling they ain't going to be sitting down for long. That women's championship is what it's all about. Ever since Penny's tyrannical reign with the title has ended, it's breathed new life into this women's division. It's a beautiful belt. Molly wants to get her hands on it. Sirena wants to keep her hands on it. Let's get this one underway. Bell rings. What is going to give here between these two? Oh, immediately coming at each other, locking up in the middle of the ring. Collar and elbow tie-up. Now we got a wrist lock from Molly. Ooh, make sure it gets her down to one knee. Arm bar now. Sirena fights out of it. Make sure she doesn't get enough leverage, and she's got an arm bar of her own. Molly with roll through. Fantastic way to break out of that. And going right back to her collar and elbow tie-up. These two women feeling each other out early on. Sirena, snapmare takedown, gets out of that hold. Molly trying to fight out of that sleeper. She does. Gets her in a side headlock on the ground. Side headlock, standing side headlock from Sirena. Takedown again. These two women just establishing dominance early, and now a head scissors from Molly. Ooh, big crushing blow to the back of the head from Molly in the head scissor. And Sirena, she says, you got it, bring it. Molly brings it with a big drop kick into the corner, and I think we got a match, ladies and gentlemen. Challenge accepted. Molly Irish whips Sirena into the corner. Oh, God. Not a position you want to be in. Oh, my God. Knees to the gut, knocking her down from that elevated perch on the second rope. Molly going up to the top rope. Sirena sees her, gets up to her feet quickly enough to take her down with the forearms. Shots to the head, making sure Molly doesn't get any ideas off the top rope. Oh my God, victory roll off the top rope. She's got her in a pin as well. 1, 2. Oh, just kicks out does Molly, but that could have seriously ended the match early. Sirena going up top. She's waiting for Molly to get up to her feet. I'm not sure what she has planned, but I guarantee you it ain't going to be good if you're Miss Molly. Comes off the top rope. Big arm drag off the top, sending her almost out of the ring. Sirena running the ropes, getting herself some momentum so she can bounce off with a big forearm. It's just that little thing that you add to it with the added momentum coming off the rope can really make a regular move that much more effective. But Molly fights back with a Meteora. Molly's on the apron, not leaving the ring though. She's got other intentions in mind. Sirena gets up to her feet. Molly's springboard missile drop kick takes her down on the run. 1, 2. And a shoulder up. Sirena fights out of it, but Miss Molly looking pretty impressive early on. Hell, so is Sirena. This is as back and forth as I expected it to be. Irish whip. Molly's got Sirena where she wants her in the corner, but Sirena turns the tables. Got Molly in the corner. Got her out of the corner now. On the second rope. Fantastic up and overhead scissor. Takes Molly down. Sirena trying to get the crowd on her side. I don't think she's got to work too hard to do that because the crowd is already going wild. Into the corner goes Molly. Sirena gets her on the top rope again. Punches her in the face again. Sirena going up top, maybe going for a Hurricane Rana. She does. Fantastic Hurricane Rana off the top rope. And an up and over neck breaker. The women's champion locking herself into a nice rhythm here. Hooks the leg. 2. Just gets her a 2 count, but she's got to keep that up, and I think she'll be well on her way to a victory. Molly's got to find a way to get this momentum swung back in her favor. Not going to happen when Sirena hits a double stomp to the gut and a kick to the face. Hopefully for her, that ends it because Molly is still in this. I'm just saying, Molly is proven to be a survivor in the matches we've seen, especially the big high-stakes matches. So Sirena, the quicker she can end this one, the better, obviously. Crucifix into a pin. Molly sneaks out of it at 1. The champ now hoisting her up. Whatever she had in mind did not work. She just got countered with a big arm drag. Molly, left hand, kick to the gut. Miss Molly now, clotheslines the women's champion out of the ring. I think Serena's head might have hit that apron on the way down. It's definitely not the landing you want. That's definitely not the landing you want either, as Molly flattens her with a plancha to the outside, right over the ropes, clears the ring. What a move. Like I said, Molly ain't no stranger to flying. She showed it off right there. Ooh, getting a little cocky now, the challenger is, saying that one is all wrapped up with a bow on top, but I'm not sure if she should be underestimating Sirena like that. She tells Sirena to get up. Molly comes out with a big cross body, a springboard cross body to the outside. She's calling for more. She's taking a lot of chances here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if this is a smart strategy, but hell, it pays off. Frog splash to the outside. They call it high risk for a reason, but it's also high reward. So if you can manage to hit it, you cement yourself. Oh, God. She went for a springboard frog splash onto Sirena. The referee was checking on Sirena, I believe, and got the brunt of it. Not the impact she wanted. Big shining wizard by Molly. Going for a cover. Referee's up. 1, 2. Give the referee a lot of credit for getting back into position quickly and making sure he got the pinfall off, but Sirena gets out of it at 2, and she's surviving. That Shining Wizard had some devastating impact, but you have to wonder if maybe that frog splash hit before, if that could have ended it. Nice tope atomical from Molly. The challenger is really taking it to the champion right now, and the tables have turned in such a way that it's going to take a lot of building to put this one back together for Sirena. Miss Molly up top. Sirena down. Oh my God. Went for a big elbow drop, but Sirena at the last possible second rolls out of the way. And now the champion is going up top. She's going to try and subscribe to that high reward theory. Is it going to work? Oh my God. A big Molly go round, if you want to call it that, into a pin. And it did not pay off. Molly go round named after Molly Holly, ladies and gentlemen. Not Miss Molly, but Miss Molly almost became a victim of it. Siren song off the top rope misses. Oh my God, the champion bounced off the mat and goes right into a power bomb. This is what put Aiko away. Is it going to be enough to put the champion away? It's not. Holy hell, how did that not do it for Sirena? She hangs on somehow, some way. Hurricane Rana up, and Molly takes her down again, but Sirena, after missing the siren song, falling victim to the power bomb, kicks out, but can she survive the frog splash now? 2. Somehow kicks out of it. And look at the way Molly is just staring down at her in disbelief. Sirena has eaten everything that Molly's thrown at her, and she is still not full. Sirena perched up on the top rope now. What in the hell else could possibly be done to the champion to put her away? She's going to try and get some high impact off the top rope with a big back suplex, folding her up like an accordion. You can see the impact it even had on Molly. What in the hell is going on here? Sirena trying to crawl up to her knees. Cannot. Enziguri to the back of the head. And Miss Molly is feeling very confident, which is good for her because her confidence is not taking a shot after Sirena kicked out of everything she threw at her. Exploder suplex now. Is that going to be enough? She's calling for something here. Sirena is not looking great. She's got a punch to the face. Oh, full Nelson bomb. Is she going to go for the submission hold? She is. The broken butterfly. Sirena is locked into the broken butterfly near the ropes, but with those arms restrained and her legs flailing wildly, there ain't no way she can get the ropes, and I don't know if there's a way she could break it. Oh my God, the women's champion has survived so much in this match. Can she survive the impossible? Locked away with nowhere to go. She can't move her arms. She's just struggling to stay in this, let alone escape. Molly is not giving up, and that is it. We have a new women's champion. Oh my God. What a match. What an effort from both women. And Sirena, wow, that's all I have to say. Let's just see some of these highlights here. They went a mile a minute, and they poured it all out in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Sirena tried to hang on, but locked in that broken butterfly at the end there. There was no way out. Look at this. Her arms with nowhere to go, locked in place, no way to get the ropes. She had nothing to do but submit. And Miss Molly, against all odds, not even expecting or anticipating getting a title shot here tonight, gets it and makes the most of her opportunity in a fantastic match and a fantastic effort from your new CME Women's Champion. But Sirena, she's got a rematch coming, and Aiko's got a rematch coming. So we've got a very interesting women's division now, ladies and gentlemen. We got 2 top contenders for that women's title. So Molly, not only does she have the target on her back for being champion, she's got 2 targets lined up right on her spine. So she's going to have to keep eyes on the back of her head to stave off that challenge. But for now, she can celebrate.